Hello everyone. Did you know? The Indian healthcare industry is anticipated to triple in size from $110 billion in 2016 to $372 billion in 2022. However, to improve the nation's healthcare infrastructure, the Indian government is intending to implement a credit incentive program of 500 billion rupees. The Indian healthcare sector is divided into 5 main sectors. It includes medical devices, domestic pharmaceuticals, diagnostics, health insurance, and hospitals, accounting for 65% of the total. Even yet, the Indian pharmaceutical industry, which makes up around 15% of the overall healthcare industry, is further divided into 4 sub-industries: generic, branded generic, CDMO, and biologics. And if we try to determine where the majority of an Indian's expenses are, we find that they are in the pharmaceutical industry. On the other hand, you may have noticed during the past few years that the Indian pharmaceuticals business has assumed a significant position in the global pharmaceuticals market. Every single health worker, from doctors to pharmacists, to drug manufacturers and suppliers, has given their absolute best. Moving on, let's talk about Gufic Bioscience, a pharmaceutical firm that consistently working to develop the Indian healthcare sector and generating profits for its shareholders. So let's begin with the history of the company. Gufic Biosciences, GBL, is a result of a reverse merger of itself with Central Finance Ltd, initially known as Gujarat Fine Chemicals. The first foray of the Gufic group was in the manufacture of various bulk drugs. The company later entered the formulation market. Choksi and Gandhi family, promoters of GBL, took over Central Finance at Rs 4242 share and then got GBL listed on BSE. In 1960, the family set up a joint venture company called Leica Labs. In 1976, promoters decided to part ways and the Choksi family took over the manufacturing facility and the Gufic group of companies was born. Let's know the introduction of the company. Gufic Bioscience is engaged in manufacturing and marketing of pharmaceutical formulations in various dosage forms such as injectables, syrups, ointments, and lotions. Through its field force, it markets and distributes its products to different hospitals and health centers. Apart from that, they are one of the very few pharmaceutical companies that have had an extensive focus on lyophilization and are on the route of becoming the largest manufacturer of lyophilized products. Gufic's mission is to achieve leadership in the specialized medicinal segments and make products available at a cost-effective rate using innovation and technology to enhance the welfare of the population worldwide. Now we will discuss the shareholding pattern of the company. As on September 2022, in-company promoters are holding 75% of shareholding. FPI's shareholding is consisting about to just 0.06% stakes. However, mutual fund has holding of 1.03%. On the other hand, other institutions are holding 9.41% of shareholding and other public are holding 14.50% of shareholding. Let's discuss about the executive members. Enlightening on management standpoint gives a fair idea that who is controlling the business, who managing the governance and who is on the board to take solid decision for the company. First, Mr. P. Choksi. Mr. P. Choksi is the chairman and MD of the Gufic Biosciences Ltd. Mr. P. Choksi having expertise in diverse fields such as field of strategy, business development, corporate planning, manufacturing and general management. Additionally, he has completed his education in Masters in Pharmacy with having a rich 30 years of experience. Second, Mr. Pranav J. Choksi. Mr. Pranav J. Choksi is at the position of CEO and whole-time director in Gufic Biosciences Ltd. In addition, after discovering his love and passion for the pharma industry, his father given an opportunity by transferring his responsibility of expanding the company. Mr. Pranav J. Choksi having expertise in the field of autologous and cancer vaccines. Moving forward, he has completed his education in B Pharmacy and in MSc and having extensive experience of 10 years. Apart from that, Gufic Bioscience has worked with the president of Prime Bio in the United States to manufacture botulinum toxin, popularly known as Botox. Dr. Balram Singh played an instrumental role in developing the botulinum toxin. Basically, botulinum is used to improve the appearance by relaxing muscles that cause wrinkles, in simple words, treatment of transplant. Now we will understand the business verticals and revenue classification of the company. GBL has 4 business verticals: domestic business which constitute 50 to 55% of annual sales, CMO business which constitute 15% minus 20%, international business, exports which constitute 22 to 25%. It is also backward integrated into manufacturing active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs. Bulk drugs which contributes 5 to 10% of annual sales. Further explanation of the business verticals. First, the domestic business. Domestic business, it consists business of formulations for different tablets and injectables. The branded domestic formulations business is majorly divided into three divisions: Gufic Super Specialty, Gufic Specialty and Gufic Mass Specialty. Majority of the income comes from the Gufic Super Specialty business, within which the Criticare segment is a very important business unit for Gufic. The Criticare segment has a market opportunity of around 3,000 rupees to 5,000 crore and the Ferticare segment has a market opportunity of around 3,000 crore rupees. Lyophilization process. Lyophilization is the process of removal of water from the drug product. The drug product, being unstable in water, undergoes a specialized process in which the drug is exposed to a heating process in which the water is evaporated and post that, the drug is frozen. At the time of injecting the frozen drug product into the patient, it is mixed with highly sterilized water. Third, international business. International business is dedicated to exports clients. However, GBL is operating in 20 plus countries. In the international business, 130 plus products are registered globally, in 15 plus countries, and 150 plus in the pipeline, in 30 plus countries. Fourth, that is of AP business. Bulk drugs or APIs business, Gufic is specialized in anesthetics, antifungal and antibiotic. However, it develop APIs for 70 customers pan-India. 50 to 60% of the total AP productions, consumed by Gufic itself, rest is used for selling. Let's know the revenue segment of the company. As of FY21, company's domestic segment contributed 55%, exports business contributed 15%, contract manufacturing business contributed 25% and API business contributed 5% for the total sales. So here we can easily understand that the company's maximum revenue comes through one typical segment called domestic business, which is of branded generics formulations. Let's have an eye on the gross margins of the business segments. So as we can see, highest margins is in the international or exports business constituting 60% and then is in the domestic branded business. Whereas in other segments having gross margins in the range of 30 to 40%. Geographical wise revenue. In 2018, Gufic was generating 94% of revenue from domestic and 6% from international. Whereas, in 2022 it has generated approximately 90% of revenue from domestic and 10% from the international. So we can clearly company is increasing its export exposure. Manufacturing facilities. Currently, the company owns and operates 3 facilities. Out of 3 facilities, 2 are located in Navsari, Gujarat and another one is in Belgaum, Karnataka. Unit 1 is dedicated for botulinum toxin facility, lyophilized powder injectables facility and natural products, topical, liquid, API facility. However, Unit 2, which is also located in Navsari, Gujarat, is dedicated for lyophilized injectables facility and related products facility. The third unit, which is located at Belgaum, Karnataka, is dedicated for natural products. In addition, company is also setting up 2 more units. One is in Indore, MP and one is Navsari, Gujarat. Indore facility is primarily focusing on lyophilization and are on the route of becoming the largest manufacturer of lyophilized products in India. On the distribution network, company has pan-India presence with a field force of 1000 plus. Retail coverage of more than 1 lakhs retailers and has doctors reach of 1 lakhs. However, it has 1200 plus stockists for effective distribution across India and many more. Cost structure. During the year, company has reported 55% expense of net sales on raw material. Power and fuel expense stood at 1%. Other and manufacturing expense stood at 4%. Employee expenses reported at 11%. Selling and admin expense reported at 10%. Other expense, which considered as miscellaneous, reported at 3%. Financial parameters. Company's sales grew at a CAGR of approximately 23% in the past 10 years. Meanwhile, its PAT grew at a CAGR of 41%. Further, free cash flow of the company also improved and grew over the years. PAT margin improved significantly. ROCA, ROA and debt to equity ratios, which considered as important indicators, also improved. Management discussion and outlook. Company is planning to come up with a new pipeline of Criticare solutions. Launching Anvil, an anti-diabetic drug, as management believes Gufic doesn't have a strong foothold in the anti-diabetes segment. Further, planning to enter into immuno-oncology and believes it will be profitable. Navsari, Gujarat, to develop peptides and cyclopeptides. In addition, company is planning to set up a 30 lakh vials, lyophilized, facility, enabling Gufic to become the largest manufacturer. In line with management's plans to venture into NDDS, Gufic has set up their first dual-chamber bags with 2.4 crore IV bags. Performance guidance on business verticals. Gearing up for Indore facility to go live. Started investing in R&D for new molecules and drug delivery systems, which will eventually smoothen the entire journey of going live at Indore. Launched a subdivision, Sparsh in Critical Care Division, to delivering 100 plus high-quality injectable products to untapped hospitals. Addressable market size is till 9,500 crore rupees, growing at a CAGR of 12%. Launching oral vaccine technology. Gufic is planning to launch oral vaccine technology, first in India, coming up with dengue oral vaccine for kids and seniors. Strength and weakness. Strengths. Well-experienced management. The promoters have over 5 decades of experience in the pharmaceutical industry and have strong understanding of market dynamics and healthy relations with customers and suppliers. The core competency of the management lies in biologicals. The entry barrier for anyone to get into the biological will be a little bit tougher and more complex. R&D focused and innovator. The company spends about 8 to 10% of its turnover on R&D. Mr. Pranav Choksi is a post-grad from John Hopkins, and Dr. Balram Singh, who has an experience of 35 years in R&D, lead the team. Consistent launches of new product, affordable product pricing along with the new drug delivery systems keep the GBL differentiated in the generics business. Esteemed customer base. Clientele comprises large players such as Glenmark Pharmaceuticals Ltd, Lupin Ltd, Abbott Healthcare Private Ltd and Zydus Healthcare Ltd. Healthy relationship with reputed pharmaceutical players led to repeat orders, contributing to steady revenue growth over the years. Besides, it has a network of 25 carrying and forwarding agents and more than 500 stockists span India, through which it has access to over 1 lakh retailers. Weaknesses. Vulnerability to adverse changes in government regulations. The pharmaceutical industry is highly regulated by state governments and various government agencies, which approve new drugs in clinical trials, control the quality of imported drugs, and set prices for many critical drugs, while state authorities regulate manufacture, sales, and distribution. Any unfavorable regulation may adversely impact the business of GBL. Large working capital requirement. The working capital cycle is likely to remain stretched. Gross current assets, GCAs, have been 150 to 250 days over the past 4 fiscals ended March 31, 2022, with high debtors, 70-110 days, and huge inventory, 70-130 days. The company extends long credit period of 90 to 120 days to customers. Furthermore, due to its business need, it holds large raw material and work-in-process inventory of 90 to 120 days. GBL's operations are expected to remain working capital intensive over the medium term. Exposure to risks related to ongoing project. GBL has undertaken a greenfield project at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, to expand capacities of existing formulations, injectables and incorporate new product lines. It involves capital outlay of around 250 crore rupees, of which 160 crore rupees is funded by debt and is expected to be completed by fiscal 2024. Timely completion of project, without any significant time and cost overrun, and subsequent ramp-up in operations will remain key monitorables. That's it for today. Check out our blog section for more meaningful in-depth insights. Link in description box. Like our video if you find anything valuable. And comment if you have any investment-related query.